Welcome back to Satisfactory version 1. In the last episode we built the MAM, researched a lot of things there, and we even built our first sort of real factory with foundations and everything for the limestone. Now today I want to build a couple of new ones. We need to have, all of the basic iron things automated, similarly for copper, and we want to research part 2 assembly. To do this, as you can see, we need 4 resources: cables, rods, screws, and plates, and we need quite a few of them, so you need to automate, of course. But before we go there, in the last episode I showed you this new thing, right? Not new things, object scanner, like we built it, but we didn't really use it yet. So today let's use it. We're gonna use it to find some Mercer spheres, because I know there's some somewhere over here, and you can see it because if I look this side it says there's nothing. If I look here it's there's something, and we can go a bit closer and it's gonna tell us in which direction. Basically, if I look over here it says yeah, it is a bit closer. If I go there, no, it is not. Right, so we continue on that direction. We're gonna need to walk a bit, spoiler alert, but we're definitely getting closer, right? Was that? No, this is where we found a slug last time, if I remember correctly. Let's take these while we're here. And yeah, we need to continue getting closer and closer. And actually now we can see it there. So it was here, nothing else. Okay, so let's go and grab it. Take also some of these while we're here. All right. Okay.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
A single tap, so the tapestry. Ooh, Ada.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why
Oh.
does the effigy avoid the windows?
I don't know.
Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters.
Yeah.
Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Sustenance budget, that's not very nice. So yeah, it is. We found another Mercer sphere, and we can try to see now. There doesn't seem to be anywhere close. Similarly for the summer sloop, non-close, right? So we can go back to base. I'll see you there in a sec. Okay, so we've done the first mission for this episode. Second is I want to build a new iron factory so that we can already automate not just iron plate and iron rod, but iron plate, iron rod, and the screws all in one factory, in as much productivity as possible. We're not gonna delete these ones, we're gonna leave them for now. It's always good to leave them in case we have a problem. We're gonna make a new one. Now I have put, as always, over here what I want. I want 1 miner, 2 smelters, a couple of constructors, etc. So I can check that I have enough resources before leaving the base. And now we need to know where are we gonna go, right? So you can press V to find some iron ore. And by the way, basically when I was coming back from the sphere, I just saw this one over here, which is 200 meters that way, so it's not that far. And it is actually a pure node, so that's really good. What I do want to do though is, let's not make the same mistake. Let's actually bring energy with us. All right. Was it this? Where was it? Here. That direction. We're almost there. Okay. Too long. Here it is. Okay. So let's put it here for now. And then, when we have foundations, we can make it a bit cleaner. It is a pure node. So this is going to produce not 60, this is going to produce 120 with a Manor Mark 1, if I'm not mistaken. So as always, we're gonna want some foundations, and we need to look a bit at the terrain. Where are we gonna build? We do have access, in the logistic over here to the conveyor lift, but we don't really have access to the conveyor, like to the hole to put those lifts in. We can still do it, and maybe we should actually just do that. We can do a new type of factory where, this is the base floor, and then we're gonna go up. Because that's basically what you're gonna have to do a lot of time, in Satisfactory. So let's indeed do that. That I think is a pretty good starting point. Oops. Need to make sure, I press Control, right, to make sure that it was connected to the grid. Okay. So that should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so we can put it here. I think we're gonna rotate it this side. Okay, pretty clean. Okay, and then we're gonna want to go up, as I said, right? So to go up, we're gonna want some stairs. There's some new stairs in the game, by the way. And maybe we can also do something like this. So we know this is sort of, you know, the entrance of the base, basically, of this new factory. Okay, let's put one more maybe here. Good. So we have, you know, this. We put electricity right away while we're at it. So this is now green, and we can look at it, 120 per minute. Our belt right now is limited to 60, but maybe we can think about how to prepare for as soon as we have a Mark II belt. That could be good. So we need some stairs. Right now we don't really have access to any stairs, so what we can do is just ramps. We can do a ramp, for example, over here. Right, we're gonna zoop couple to go basically as high as this, right? Maybe this one is fine. Nah, I think we need one more, just to be safe. No clipping at all, right? And then we're basically going to create a new floor on top. Now, if I put 4 meters, this is pretty big, so maybe let's go with 2 meters. Foundation. Okay, and then we can do the same, right? Of a new floor like this. Here, obviously, we're not going to want a floor right here, but if we want, we could have a floor like this. Continue, and you know, you can even continue like this. We, as I said, don't really have the floor hole, but we can still bring the elevator on. So I'm going to put actually the elevator on number 4. Let's go. Number 4. So this is an elevator, right? I can put it like this. In the future, we'll have floor holes to make it clean. Now what we'll do is, sorry, this is not big enough. We're gonna need it a bit higher. And we can think also a bit around where the base is gonna go. So we have the resources that come here. What do we do then? Well, we probably want to leave some space to move to the next level. So maybe our next level goes here. So maybe we expand the base on this side, right? I'm completely, as you can see, freestyling this. Oh, I didn't bring nearly enough concrete, which is, by the way, why I said in the previous episode that concrete was the first thing I wanted to automate, because I know we're gonna need a lot of concrete. You know, I initially planned to do it on the base floor, and so I thought, you know, just having a couple, I think I put 50 foundation would be enough. Clearly now I need more than this. But yeah, the key thing is, you know, now if I do this, I can put it this like this, and we can put it over there. Okay. So let me go, or actually maybe to start, what we can do is delete all of those foundations. So I'm pressing F, right? And I know I deleted also this one. Just rebuild it quickly. Okay. So we're gonna want one here, and we're gonna want definitely, oops, why is it a 4? I didn't want a 4, I wanted a 2. So yeah, we can expand slightly this side here. And then the question is, do I do 2 floors, do I do 4? Well, to make it easily scalable, we probably want to do more 4, another floor, right? So we're bringing the iron over here. And by the way, do I have enough still to build? Yeah, let's build a lookout tower. So it will be slightly easier to see what we're doing. Let's go up and up. Okay, so we have the resource that are come over here, right? And the idea is gonna be to put some smelter. So one smelter is 30 of resources, right? So we're gonna bring right now 60. I don't know if this is a line. I'm not sure it is a line. Again, when we have floor holes and stuff like this, it's gonna be a lot easier to align all of those things. But for now, I'm doing it a bit like that. So yeah, we can put, you know, multiple. And actually, a smelter is a pretty small building. So let me put this building first. Here it is. So we want 1, and 2 that is 60. So at the beginning we're only gonna have 60, but then what I can do is definitely put 2 more next to it, right? When we'll have a 120 belt. I don't know why it is not connecting nicely. Yeah, it is. And then next to it, okay, here it is. Then we're gonna want obviously some more splitters. We need to make sure that the orange, which is where the input is aligned. Okay, it's done, done, and done. Okay, so yeah, we're bringing the resources here. Then they're gonna go on this belt. And this is a belt again that is only 60, so it is not gonna be enough, and therefore I'm not gonna connect those two for now. But we can at least connect these two. Perfect. Now we do need electricity. I'm gonna put that in a second, but we also do need to do 2 other things. We're gonna need, to choose which recipe we want, and then we're gonna need to merge whatever resources is built. And we're gonna do a bit the same trick we did last time, which is, there's one way for the input to go, and then there's one way for the output to come out, and it's the opposite way. This way, if I want in the future to have even more than 4, I can add more and more on this side, and I can just expand that line of input, expand that line of output, and it will work with no problem. By the way, we see another one there. That can be on our next factory. So for the electricity, we don't really have a choice because we don't have access to, electricity plug on walls or things like this. And what I think we're gonna do is actually here. So small trick I like is I'm gonna put these ones on top of these splitters. It's not pretty at all, but it works really well. Then it's quite aligned, with all of the buildings. So here it is, 2, and we're not gonna connect the other 2 for now. And then we just need to choose. This is iron ingot. Then what I'm gonna do is just Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Perfect. So if we look into it, you can see this is the right recipe. We're just not putting it on, but these 2 should be working. You can see the fumes, right? So perfect. And now on the other side, this is 9E to get the mergers, right? And we need to align them. Oh, we don't really need space, so here it's fine. Okay, let's align with control. Right, and same here. Oops, sorry. Control is align. Why can't I see the line? Okay. Yeah, no, I see the line now. Okay, and the final one is over here. Good. And then we need to do the same belt. By the way, in the future, this is obviously something you would want to have blueprinted, but we don't have access, to blueprints yet, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, and done. Okay, so we should start seeing some ingots indeed. And then the idea would be to send those ingots again to a new floor, but I don't have any concrete. I'm gonna go get back my concrete so we can do another floor. And on that other floor, this is where we're going to start transforming all of those ingots into different things. Okay, we're back. So let's go back up and we're gonna do a new floor, as I said. So let's take the ramp again and bring that ramp up. We don't need to go that high this time. I think over here is probably good. And it actually, this way creates actually something that is fairly square. So that sounds good. That sounds good. We can still use our tower here, by the way, because there's still the stairs. So let's go up and we can start expanding a bit over here. Now, here, there. Okay, so that's a good start. Then we're gonna want, which one is it? Maybe this one? Yep, no, it's the next one. Sorry, my bad. It's okay. It is okay. So let's bring the elevator. No, it's not that great there. So let's expand slightly like this and then bring the elevator from here. Okay. Boom. So this one we can put again. Perfect. So I don't like the fact that it is at the end of the factory, but anyway. So we're bringing those ingots. What are we going to do with ingots? Well, of course, we're going to put them into constructors. There's multiple constructors we're going to want. By the way, let me show you a bit, right? So we're going to want a constructor for the iron plate. This is 30, so that's easy, right? It's basically one linked to one of these smelter. Then this one is actually 15, so we can have 2 of these, right? We can have 2 of these for the other 15. And then what's interesting is that those rods, we actually do want to also transform them into screws, but we don't want to transform that many, right? I mean, and actually 10 is making 40. So here we're making 15, we're gonna double that, so we're gonna make 30. So you can decide, you know, how much screws you want. I think we're gonna probably put 1 to start. So yeah, that's a bit the idea. Then of course we could also do in the future, like maybe for example this one over here, we could say, okay, this is only screws, only gonna make screws, or this one is only iron plates. But at the beginning of the game, it's good to have everything automated quickly, so it's good to have that one that will do basically everything. Okay, so we're gonna want splitters now, right? They come this side, and again this is not aligning, but I think, oof, that's a tough one. I may have to go very close to do it, sorry. It's been a long time since I had to create those things like that without floor holes, etc. And yeah, this one is not aligning. I think this is fine. Yeah, that seems pretty straight. So we can put our first constructor here, and then, you know, the next one will just follow. I think I can just make it from here. It's not like we're trying to make like super compact. We're fine. The first constructor here, then we said we need second next to it, and then the third next to it. Sometimes they don't align nicely when you press Control, but this time I think it worked well. So this first one we said is going to be iron plate. This second is going to be iron rod. This one is going to be iron rod. And then we need to split. Come on. Come on. Failure live. So here it is. Let's align nicely. And same for the next one. Damn it. Can't wait to have the gliders and to be able to fly. But I'm not cheating. There's no cheat in this. No mods. No advanced game setting, we're just doing everything the devs intended us to do. So it is, we have the iron that's starting to come, right? Here we said iron rod, and here also iron rod, perfect. Now the question is, how are we gonna do the next step? So this one is easy, it goes directly into storage. Now, do we keep the storage on top, or do we bring the storage back down? I like to bring it back down, to be honest. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we can still do it because those elevators actually have a limited, you know, this is the limit of space that you can do until you have the conveyor holes. So it's good, we're not at the max. But yeah, basically this one will go directly down. So that's easy. We're gonna make it here. Yeah. Yeah, we should be fine. Oops, no, sorry, I need to rotate it at the bottom like this, and at the top comes here. Perfect. And no, actually, I think I made it the wrong way. We're gonna see that right away. Yes, I made it the wrong way, and I also made it the wrong height. 2 reasons to delete it. Let's restart. We need to press R. No, sorry, let's actually first do this. And then I'm gonna press R and show you. So right now the arrow is green, it's coming towards me. This is basically the resources is being outputted this way. You want the opposite, you want the resources to come down. So you press R and now it is reversed. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that is not pretty at all. And we could have put it a bit closer, but anyway, that's life. So that's gonna go down and that can go into storage. Then we're gonna do over here a merger. So this is not gonna be like super pretty, but it's gonna work, I guarantee you. So we're gonna put a merger over here. Then just after the merger, we're gonna put a splitter. It would be best to have like a smart splitter, but you know, we do what we can. We put a splitter like this so that now there's also another, you know, line that can go this side. I don't know if we're gonna be able to align it nicely. I may build first the elevator actually. But yeah, basically we're gonna put now second elevator, very similar, very, you know, same space. Okay. So that is gonna be my output of roads, right? Here we just need to connect this one here, connect that one there, okay. And then we do want to have, you know, one more constructor. So now I'm gonna make it quite ugly because this is the beginning of the game. But you can see we're gonna be able to do something quite compact, where now this goes this side, and then this one is gonna come back here, right? And go into another elevator. The only thing is we need to make sure we have enough space for these guys, but they're not that big. Let's go a bit on the side and that should be fine. Yeah. So here it is. First one, second, we're gonna try, you know, to spread them apart nicely. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, and so now we can do an elevator. That is a line here. Perfect. Goes all the way over here. And we're gonna put our belt, exiting all of these screws. And yeah, that's probably not gonna be straight, but that's okay. It's still pretty clean, right? I hope you agree. We're gonna need some electricity, but yeah, basically, you know, creating some iron plates here, then creating a lot of rods, which we're merging here, and then this is gonna be split. Some of them are gonna go down directly, some of them are gonna go into this constructor to make some screws, and then the screws are going down. So that's basically the idea. It is. Here we can, you know, try to close a bit the floor to make it a bit more tangled like this, right? Okay. And yeah, in the future I'll definitely want, you know, stairs to go down, but for now we have all our health, so we can jump. Actually, no, I would want electricity first. So let's see, where is my perfect? Well, actually, yeah, that's fine. Let's rebuild that. No clipping here, so that's fine. I'm not unhappy. Let's put it on top of this one to connect here, and then top of this one to connect to those two, and actually we can connect to the last one. So this part is definitely not fully scalable. I mean, it is scalable, but what I mean is, you know, we could add more constructor this side, but then this is gonna go a bit in the way. But it's definitely a lot, you know, scalable for the future. And it is pretty perfect productivity. This one should definitely be green all the time because we're bringing 60 and using 60. And then here we're not using a lot. Right, we're only using 10. And this is going to make 30 here. If you divide by 2, that's going to be 15 on each side. So again, this one should also work at 100% without any problem. And it is, the resources are starting to come down. Except, yeah, no, all 3 resources coming down. Perfect. Youpla. Let's connect, connect. And here it is. We have the resources coming. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Now we would want some lights, we want some walls, we want some signs. For example, a sign that says what this production is versus this one versus that one. But the important thing is it's working. We have all 3 of these that are working. Very happy with it. Do tell me in the comments, you know, if you have any thoughts or question. Oh, I see there's a problem here. No, this is not a problem. This is just the stairs. To make it maybe a bit prettier, what we could do is make it vertical here. Wait, foundation, let's take foundation level 4. It's not that pretty because there's no wall or anything like this, but yeah, it's better than nothing. And here I'm also not loving this. Let's take that out. Okay, so yeah, again, this is not like a super beautiful factory at all, but it is functional, it's working. So don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions or thoughts. But we can also make a nice bridge to start getting, you know, all of our bases connected. And maybe here we go and put a ramp for now. Perfect. It is. Okay, ladies and gents, so that's the second base or second objective for this episode today, the new iron factory. Let's move to the next one, the new copper factory. We're gonna want to basically do the same thing. So let's go into Q. We're gonna want, you know, 1 miner, we're gonna want 2 smelters, or maybe let's put 4 just to be safe. And we're gonna want a couple of constructors. I haven't really thought about how many exactly, but that's the gist of it. We're gonna want 2 storage containers. We're gonna want definitely a lot of foundations. Let's say 100 at least. We're gonna want a couple of poles, power lines for sure. Right, and by the way, we haven't built another biomass burner, so we may be in trouble there soon. Let's check that out. How are we doing on I mean, you can check on any pole. Yeah, we're pretty close. You can see capacity 100, max consumption is very close, 97.5. My actual production is a bit lower because many of the production are not working at 100% right now. But still, I think it is time to both make sure that these ones are at 200. And they're not that far, so I'm happy there. How much reserve do we have? Yeah, we have some reserve. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's put, you know, one more here. One more there, and maybe in the next episode we will actually do a power factory, like automated those biomass burner and stuff. But today this is not the plan. Today the plan is to make just one basic one like this, connect it to our power somehow, somewhere, feed it with some of these, and it is. Now we are at 130, so we should be good. Now resources, I don't actually have all of them. Pretty much this is good, but we don't have enough cable. And this is linked to the fact that cable is one of the few resources, like basic resources of tier 1 we haven't automated yet. We have automated wire, but not cables. So I'm gonna build a couple, and I'm gonna find, you know, a nice place for a new copper factory. I will of course show you where it is, and I'll see you in a minute. Our base is over here, right? We have the new iron factory that side. We have the old copper mine here. This is an impure node. So again, I don't really want to use that. Let's find something else. There is no pure node very close, but there is a normal one just behind there. So that's where we're going. In the meantime, of course, take, you know, all of the resources. In particular, you know, you never have enough leaves, at least until you get to coal power, or even when you get coal power. I will repeat that later in the playlist, right, when we get to coal. But don't delete your old production. You never know if your coal factory is gonna stop for a reason or another, or if you need just a small boost, you'll be glad to have that. But there it is. We have here a normal node. We're gonna use that one. Let's kill this guy to get us started. It's really not that pretty, eh? Oopsie. Sorry, my bad. Sometimes I'm very good at this, sometimes I'm very bad at it. Okay, we need to take the thing that's on top as always, and then we need to start building that small factory. Okay, so that small factory, how are we going to do it? It's not flat, but I think we can make it flat over here without too much problem. Let's try that out. If I do this, I hope it's not too high for the miners, but over here, you know, that enables us to do a pretty flat factory. We don't have to make stairs for this one. You can just do a long one and go into the direction of your main base. This way, when I want to take the resources, I don't have that much to work. That's the idea. I forgot to bring the power, of course. Are we too high? My bad. It is a bit high, but not that much. No, here it is. Sometimes you just need to be able to see the resource, and then, you know, you'll be fine. So here it is. I think that's pretty nicely aligned. I put one behind too, just to make it clean. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, I didn't bring the electricity, sorry, but we're talking about the normal node, so it's 60. So that means we can have two smelters. We're gonna put them just over here, right? So let's go. Put the splitter first. Let's put a bit of space. Right, there it is. Connect this one, jump on it, so we can jump on top. Then we're gonna put those smelters, as I said, for now only two. But in the future, again, we can expand this side, and we have more. And so that means the mergers needs to be on the other side. Like go this way. So 9E to get to the mergers. And we want to come towards me. Perfect. I need to connect. Oh, what did I do? Did I make a mistake? So this is a merger. What mistake did I make? Sorry. Oh, I put the smelters the wrong way. Look, it's the wrong way. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's just delete this one. 2. Now make sure it's aligned. Okay. And then we said the merger needs to come towards me. Perfect. One. Okay, perfect. This goes this side, and there. These are copper ingots this time. There's only 2, so I'm not gonna do copy paste. I'm just gonna do it manually. Okay, we need a bit more space here. Good. So the resources are gonna come this side. And then we're going to want to use them into constructors, right? So that will be the start of the second part of the factory. I could have built a tower to see a bit better. Anyway, that's not the end of the world. So yeah, it's going to come this side, and then we're going to want mergers. Maybe we keep that open to be able to work, and we put a first constructor here. So a first constructor here, yeah, good. So the splitter come from me and arrive there. Yes, that's gonna do something like, what is happening here? It's too close, I guess. So let's go a bit further. Okay, perfect. So in this first one, we're gonna want to make wire, right? This is only taking 15 though, so we can actually have 4. Why doesn't it want to be very close? Yeah, here it is. And did I put it in? No, this one is on the side. Okay, so we're gonna want to expand a bit more. By the way, if you are wondering, 4-meter foundations cost exactly the same as 1 meter or 2 meter. So that's not a reason to not use 4-meter, basically. You can't say it's a cost. Okay, so yeah, 3 and 4, this is gonna be the exact production. And so in this case, we will do a copy paste. Okay, copy, paste, paste, and paste. We're gonna need a couple more of these. Let's go. It starts on that side, second, third, and fourth. Good. And then we're gonna want to merge these, but actually we're gonna need to be careful because this is making 30. So if I merge all 4, this is 120. This is too much, right? Our belts can only do 60. So what we're gonna do is just merge 2 of them. And that's also gonna help us because we're gonna want some of them to go and do some cables. So that's gonna be the idea. Some of them are gonna do stay wire, 2 of them, and 2 of them are gonna be transformed into cables. That way we automate both of them. So let's do this. The idea again is probably to expand on this side in the future if we want. So I think what we're gonna do is put it here. Okay, so let's go. Actually, sorry, let me just check one thing. I forgot what is the ratio. So this one is producing 30. Now for cable, we're talking about 60. So we do want to merge. That will be perfect to merge one. To make it clean, we're gonna put the two mergers towards the center here. So yeah, that's a line, and that's a line. So you have this one going here, and this one going there, and then same on the other side, sort of mirrored, right? This one goes here, and this one goes there. And then the outputs are over here. This one will output into nothing, into a storage, versus this one will output into a constructor, which will do some cables. So let's go up, and then both of them can go somewhere here into storage, and that factory will be finished. Okay, so let's go one here and one next to it, nicely aligned. Yeah, perfect. Perfecto. Don't hesitate to tell me if you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, but I'm pretty sure this is working perfectly as soon as I put electricity on the whole thing. So let me go bring electricity from over there, connect it all, and that should start. So it is, ladies and gents, I built a small road from the base, brought the electricity with me, and now everything is connected. You can see the iron going there, right, or coming from there, 60, so 30 going there, 30 going there, just a manifold. Then we're merging here, it all goes here, and then it is being split. So right now this is not working at 100%. It needs, to have some of this, like, because it's a manifold basically, right? So let's say, again, I'm making 60, so 30 is going this side, 30 there. This is obviously not good, right? This doesn't need 30, it needs only 15. So at some point this is gonna get full, and then there's only 15 that is gonna go there, and then 45 this side. But in the meantime, we're saying this is 30 here, so then it's 15 here, 15 there. So this one is also working perfectly, it's fine, 15. But these ones, it's getting 15, so it's getting only 7 here, 7 there. So those two right now are not working at 100%. We need to either wait for this one to get full, for the whole thing to start working perfectly, or we need to potentially, pause some of them while, again, this gets full. Or we would have to not use the manifold and use actually, a smart way of splitting perfectly so that there's 15, 15, 15. It wouldn't be that hard, to be honest. It would be this one you split to go into that one and this one, and this first one you split to go into those two. But it is less scalable. Here, this is really easily scalable. And yeah, you can see a lot of wires already going this side. And here we're making cables, we can't see them, so let's actually go see them. Can leave the tower, that's fine, into this factory. But yeah, wires are coming here, and remember, we do need quite a bit of wire. We need 200 for this next mission. The wires, I'm sure, yeah, increasing quickly. So yeah, let's just go back to base, get resources, in our new factory over here to be able to do part assembly. See you in a second. And here we are, we have enough to deliver everywhere, so let's go. 200 cable, 200 rods, 500 screws, and 300 of these iron plates. We can press the big right button, see it go up. Always love it.
The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Love. So yeah, we have over here the assembler. Oh damn it, I need 10 cables, sorry. Give me a second to build one. Here it is. So we need 10 cables, but yeah, bigger building, as you can see, one output, but two inputs, right? There's two inputs. So this is where we're gonna be able to do the reinforced iron plate. We're gonna be able also to do modular frames, rotors, smart plating, and of course in the future many others. Smart plating being the first project part for space elevator. So we're gonna want to do that for sure. But first I would want to automate, you know, the iron plate and maybe also the modular frame. We're gonna have to see. And actually, if you look at the smart plating, it also requires rotor, right? So all of this, the good thing is that this is iron stuff, right? We're already producing all of those basic stuff here, and we have another iron mine just behind here. I think it's also a pure one, so maybe we're gonna use it. We also probably want to get quickly, you know, through the rest of part 2 of tier 2. The jump pad, not that important to be honest. It's fun, yes, I'll build it, I'll show you, but not that important. The resource sink, that's gonna be an important one for sure. Unlocking the awesome sink and awesome shop. And most importantly, the last one, the logistic mark 2, which will give us access, right, to belt and lift that can do 120. But to do this one, we need 50 reinforced iron plate, right? Which is again why I think we want to automate or to create a factory for this ASAP. Before the beginning of the next episode, I think I'm going to also potentially improve slightly some of the other factories, or maybe not, I don't know. I'll see how I feel, or tell me in the comments below, I guess. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.